Hey y'all, sprinkle, sprinkle. So today we're going to be discussing how to keep the attention. So many of you have asked me, how do you keep the attention of a man once you get it? Make sure you stay looking like you look when you got it in the first place. That's number one. You want to keep the attention of a man? Stay how you look when you got it in the first place. Now, or close as possible. Because I know some of y'all, it's been years and years and years. Stay close as possible to how you look, how when you got their attention in the first place, or look better, or get better looking, whatever you need to do. Looks are important. Okay. Another thing, another way to keep their attention. How are y'all doing? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Tell them. Do I have? Ask them. Actually, ask them. Do I have your attention? When you're speaking to them, do it. You can do it in a nice way. You know, whenever you have those like motivational speakers and they get on the stage and they be talking and stuff with their little headset on, they be like, do I have your attention? And the audience says, yes. That is a way that a lot of people, make sure that you are giving them your attention and you have agreed to give it to them. You said it, you verbally said that you are giving them or they're giving you the attention. So if you constantly ask that question or make it part of how you speak to someone, then, subconsciously you're going to keep their attention. Okay, so make sure you incorporate those words into whatever it is you're discussing. So, like if you're on the phone with somebody or you're texting, you can say it in a nice way, like, oh my gosh, hold on one second. Hold on. All right. All right. Hey. All right. Okay, do I have your attention? Okay. So, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Or if they're busy on the phone and they're telling you to hold, same thing. You're like, okay, do I have all your attention now? Great. So make sure you incorporate those words as many times as you can before, y'all are in a relationship. That way it's subconsciously planted that you have their attention. Period. Okay. Now, whenever y'all are doing something, in order for you to keep their full attention, you can't proceed unless you have it. So, therefore, you don't, like if they say, okay, they're not, if you can tell they're not really paying attention to what you're saying or what you're doing, you pause, you stop. And you ask them a question to make sure that they were paying attention to what it is you were saying. That way you're putting yourself as a priority and you're training them subconsciously to listen and to react to what it is that you're saying, and not only like not tuning them out, not ignoring them, not agreeing just so you can get what you want, but you're literally putting them on pause until you know that they are paying attention. You can do it in a nice way, like, hold on one second, hold on. Did you hear what I was talking about? Because I really wanted your opinion on that. You're so smart. This is how you flatter them, but still keep their attention. And when you start to get them into this habit of them having to listen because they don't want to be put on pause, then have to re-ask the question because they weren't paying attention the first time. So they're literally wasting time when they don't pay attention. So in the future, now they start paying more attention. And when you're not with them, they still have some sort of attention on you, whether it's thinking about you or whatever, because they're so trained to listen closely to you and to observe and to make you the priority in the conversation. So if you call, if you text, they'll be more likely to respond faster with more details if you train them this way in the beginning. And I don't like to use the word train, Some people say condition, or if this is just the way you are and what you require or what your standards are when communicating with the person, however you want to put it. That means they're going to have better communication, they're going to be better listeners, and you will keep their attention longer, and you will be, on their mind longer because you have taught them that you are a priority and you keep their attention. And they've already verbally agreed that you have their attention. So therefore, you have it. That's how you keep it. You get it in the first place. You make sure they agree that you got it. And then you make sure that they're listening. That's it. And you can do that in the nicest way possible. Doesn't have to be rude. I'm just saying it how I'm saying it to teach it. Okay. So another way to keep their attention, the first way I told you is, to look good, of course. And the next way to keep their attention is to continuously give them the attention, but then bring it back to yourself. So, however you're going to give them the attention, it must come and circle back to you. So, for example, it's like, oh my gosh, I love that sweater on you today. It matches so well with, look, mine, or, my watch or my ring or my jewelry or whatever. You're so weird. And then put it to as we are so coordinated. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Anyway, so women really don't have to make men jealous. If the man likes you enough, you won't have to do that. Now, if you naturally have options, men may get jealous. They may. But if you naturally have options, that may work in your favor, but still, you don't have if you have to get out there and make them jealous, that means you don't really have their attention. Okay? You have to have natural options. That way you will keep their attention. So if you don't have natural options, then you're giving them too much attention. And that's why the attention is not on you, because you're making them more important than you are. Okay. So you got to get that taken care of. So you remember, we are the priority. That's it. Okay. So another way to make someone, make sure you keep the attention is you need to pay close attention to what they like. They say, their interests, their hobbies, and all that kind of stuff. Just listen to them talk. That's all you got to do. Listen to them talk and watch their eyes. When they talk about something they really like, their eyes will light up, or they'll get excited when they speak about something they like. Make a mental note of that, and then bring that subject up when you want to get their attention on you once again. Then you link it to you. So, for example, if they get excited when they talk about sports or whatever, say, oh my gosh, you know what? I thought about you when I saw, um, you know, there was a game on last night, and I thought about you and how you love sports so much. And I was like thinking, oh, there's this nice restaurant across the street from that sports bar. And I was like, oh, we should go there. So now what you're doing is you're getting their attention by the sports. You're linking it to how you thought about them in relation to sports, if they really like sports. Then you saw a nice restaurant across the street and you thought about him and that y'all would like it. And so you want him to take you there. See? So it's just creating links to get to where you're trying to go. And once you are able to do that all the time, You kind of are going to keep the attention on you, and he's going to keep you as a priority, and it's going to seem like the attention is on him as well. So keep the attention, like paying close attention, using those small details that you picked up during the conversation, linking them together to create an air of excitement when when you're talking to him. And then whenever he thinks about you, whenever he thinks of you, he's going to think of all the little ways that you know him so well, that you incorporate him, how you think about him, and da, 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 da. So he's naturally going to keep the attention on you because of how you make him feel. That's it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You had two people tell me that the psychological video was a sermon. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, it's just common sense to me, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But if it was a sermon to you, then and them, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Wanting to know too much about someone who doesn't want to know enough about you also is not a good way. It's not a good way to get the attention of someone. Okay. Let's just put this out there before we go any further. Wanting to know too much about another person, and I'm not talking about like their criminal background or anything. I'm talking about just stuff like all the stuff that like they're not even worried about you because they're not even trying to get to that next level with you. So when you may think it privately, but to express it to that person is a no-no. Okay, that means you're thinking about them way more than they ever thought that they would even think about you. You're giving, it's just like you're too desperate. So pull back, don't ask so many questions. When you keep people's attention, it's because you haven't given up everything yet. You haven't given up all the information about you. You haven't bored them yet. You haven't talked their ear off yet. So they still have an interest in you. So hold back on all the questions and too much talking. Allow some silent moments. And if you feel awkward when there's silence, just look, make eye contact, smile, pause, have a pause. You don't need to be speaking 24/7 to this person. You don't need to talk all the time while you're out on a date. Allow some time and some, moments to look. And then you'd be like, I was just thinking about how nice you look in that, or da, 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 da. Don't always have to fill each moment with words. Okay. And the next time, they're on an off, like let's say if they're dating other people or if y'all are just starting to date, the next time they're out with somebody who's a blabbermouth, guess who they're going to think about? You, and how you can sit there and not have to talk and blabber the entire time. And how you took the time to sit and just sit with him and, look at him and just be there in the moment. So you don't want to blend into the other dates. You don't want to be like all the other interviewers, like I said. What you want is to allow people to be awkwardly comfortable with you. Okay. When you're comfortable with someone in an awkward situation, they will always remember you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So to keep the attention, allow some awkward time and fill it with something comforting. Okay. It could be a compliment, a smile, whatever. Another way to keep the attention, like let's say he is, at work or out with friends, and you want to make sure he's not paying attention to anyone else except for you. Da, 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 da. You need to tell him, whenever I'm out, no matter who is around me, I'm always thinking of you. And you're just like, I'm always thinking about you, even when I'm out with my friends. You know what? What did you do to me? My gosh. Anyway, so you allow them to think that they have some type of power over you to where you can't stop thinking about them. So whenever they're out with their friends, they're going to be like, dang, you know, then they're going to remember what you said because, I mean, because they're out and about, they're just going to put one and two together. Think about you. Okay. Now, a lot of guys aren't going to be like that because, most guys are going to be looking for whoever they can see. So you always tell them a scenario. You always tell them a story. This one guy came up to me the other day when I was at happy hour and he was telling me all this and that, but all I could think about was you. I'm like, man, I already got the guy that I really like, but that's nice. He offered to buy me a drink. And I was like, no, I already, I'm involved with someone right now. And, even though he was nice and he had a nice car, I was like, no, thank you. I'm happy, da, da, da. So when the same thing happens to him, if he sees a girl and she looking like all that, he's going to think about how you turned down another man that probably has some money. So it's also allowing them to know that you have options, but he the only one. So when the opportunity presents itself to him, when he's out and about, he's going to remember what you did. So he'll have more willpower to say no. Not that he will say no, but he'll still be thinking about you and he'll have a little bit more willpower. He may just call you or text you instead of, going on, coming on to the next woman. He may pause and think about you. Now that doesn't guarantee that he ain't gonna, go and holler at the other chick, but it will allow him to make a choice or give more options to pause. And then what will happen is he will link the situations together by saying, if she said no and turned down one person and I, come on to another person, that means I'm the bad guy in the situation. And that if she does something wrong to me, then I deserve it. You see? So if or when they do get caught, if they do something terrible like that, they automatically accept the punishment because they already know that they did wrong compared to you. That's how you get what you want easier. So it makes getting more from the situation easier, especially if you are able to, ask for whatever it is you want. You say he know everything is his fault. Exactly. Because you put yourself on a pedestal in a higher up position than he was able to, put himself when it came to his, weaknesses. So it makes you the, right and him wrong. That's what you got to do. And not all the time, but just every once in a while, say that. Every once in a while. So they know. That's it. Another way to keep their attention is, okay, whatever they like they always say, oh, you look so good when you wear your hair like that, or you look so good when your makeup looks like that, or you look so good in that outfit. Make sure that whenever you want their attention to be the strongest, you implement some of those, looks or whatever, hairstyles or whatever. You implement that when you are trying to keep that attention even more. Or if you really want to get them, if they've done something wrong, while you're ignoring them, you implement all the things that they find attractive and you wear them while you're ignoring them. Okay. This lets him know that you're ignoring him and you're mad at him, but you want him to pay attention to you still. And he does. Okay. Even if he don't want to, he has to. Period. Could you imagine trying to keep a man's attention when they're upset and mad with you if you're walking around looking like who did it and why? He might get even more angry because you have the audacity to walk around look at that terrible, knowing he's mad at you. So that's a sneaky way to get him to know that you still are trying to get his attention, even though you're mad and ignoring him. He cannot help himself but to pay attention. He has no choice. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What if he never gets compliments? Give them to yourself, man. Have other people give them to you fictitiously, if so be it. Like, you know what? Oh my gosh, the lady at the such and such place said that she loved my dress. Or, oh my gosh, the guy at the dealership said that. Da 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 da. Da. Give yourself compliments and tell him about other people that compliment you. He doesn't give compliments because he doesn't want to give you a big head. The best thing to do is give yourself compliments and tell him what other people say about you. That way, it doesn't look like you need them from him at all. And if he wants to stand out in that crowd, he's going to have to give you compliments better than what those people gave you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. So you're not at a lack of compliments at all. In fact, his compliments are just going to be bonus compliments because you're going to get them everywhere you go, man. Okay, another thing, like a lot of ladies are like, your man doesn't give you compliments. Okay, you don't need them from him. Why would you need compliments from a man you already got? You need compliments from men you don't have. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Now, you don't seek them out, but they should come naturally. The best thing I can tell you with that issue is stop looking for them. Give them to yourself and allow other people to give them to you. He's not giving you the compliments because he feels like you're getting them elsewhere already, which is, if you look good, is probably true. All right. Okay, did I skip anything? I'm trying to see. All right, all right, all right. Mhm. You said, do men seem to want attention when they start intellectual arguments? Um, I'm not sure, but you can always win one of those if you're clever, if you're trying to win. They just want to look smart. So if you want to give them that satisfaction of making them seem smart, then lose on purpose. The Okay, if you want to impress them or put them back in their place because you've been in a relationship with them long enough to know how to do that, then if you're clever enough, you can always win an intellectual conversation, not even an issue. But you can lose on purpose if you want them to feel smart. And then when you lose on purpose, you can be like, "Oh my gosh, you taught me something." I feel so much smarter now, even though he was arguing with me. At least I learned something. Unless you really did learn something. I don't know. How to shift back the power dynamics. If you ever let it go, it's gonna be hard to get it back, ma'am, unless you look so good and start ignoring that person. Then they'll have to get it back from you. You know what I'm saying? You take the power by ignoring them. That's it. Uh-oh, V, sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate that. If you're too busy catering to them, you can never have power. Mhm. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you broke up with your provider boyfriend for a silly reason and you want to get his attention back, then get someone better. Always. You don't try to go backwards. It means you messed up. You're the dumb one. You're not valuable. You put yourself at a lower position. No. Okay. Women are supposed to mess up and do silly things because we're women. If the man wants you bad enough, he'll come back and get you, ma'am. Shoot. Y'all watch that series, the whole Halloween series? That man will not leave that woman alone. Okay. He be chasing for real and forever. Why? Because she ain't chased him. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't if you broke up with him for a silly reason, then get with the next guy that's better for a better reason. And if you broke up with someone for a silly reason, if they weren't smart enough to figure it out and still want you, it's not even going to be worth it anyway. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, sprinkle, sprinkle, Renita. Appreciate that, girl. Hey. Okay. Next way to keep their attention on you. Don't always do what they say. Have your own mind. Okay. Don't always do what they say. If they always know what you're going to do and know that you're going to do what they say and know that you're going to do this and know that you're going to do that, they don't have to think about you because you're predictable. But if you're unpredictable, then they think about you a little bit more. Like, I wonder if she's going to do this today. I wonder if she's going to say that. I wonder if she's going to do what I asked her today. Probably not. Well, maybe she will. We'll see. So you don't stay persistent. No, you don't stay predictable. You are unpredictable. You can answer in cutesy ways. Like if they say, are you going to do this today? You need to do this today. So I might. We'll see. Maybe. Don't ever say yes or no. That way, throughout the day, they're going to wonder if you did it or not. So who are they thinking about? You. You have their attention. Okay. If they say, I need a yes or no answer, then you say, well, I'm just going to tell you no because I'm not sure. So you still give them I don't know. But give them the answer that's more disappointing. Why? Because if you give him a yes, he's going to just assume that you're going to go ahead and do it because you say yes, and most women are ruled by guilt. And if you don't do something that you said you would, then you're going to feel guilty. So most likely, they're going to believe yes before they believe no. This is how men think. So if they make you make a decision, you always say no because I'm not sure. So I don't want to get your hopes up. So now you've shifted it to where they think, okay, well, if she's thinking about me a little bit more, she's going to make the time in her day to do what I need her or asked her to do. And that means, she's going to be doing something nice for me. So they're going to be thinking about, like, okay, well, look, if she does it, then that means she really likes me or she really thinking about me or she's like a good woman or whatever. So whatever the task is, make sure whatever you want him to think during the day and how you want the attention put on you is for a purpose. So if you want him to think that you're the best woman ever because you said no and then you went and did it, make sure you have a gift in mind that you need to get from him. Then he'll be more likely to say yes to the gift. Okay. If you're mad at him and then don't do it. Punish him more. And when he asks, why didn't you do such a thing? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Say, oh, you know what? I forgot. So now he has to get your attention now because you forgot. You won't even think about him. All right. So that's how you get and keep attention. Okay. Yes, they are games. Yes, they are mind games. Yes, they work. And before y'all ask me, is there any time when I don't have to play games? Yes, when you did. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, when y'all too old. Yes, when y'all don't care no more. Yes, those are the times you don't play games. Okay. Yes, perhaps maybe during the honeymoon phase. But that's it. Every other time in between, yes, you gotta do this if that's what you want to do. Now, when you stop caring, you don't care if they're paying attention to you or not, and you're just the priority to yourself, and you're not trying to do anything because you already got everything you want. Then that's when there's no game. Okay, but other times, yes, there is. So don't ask me these questions. Are you gonna play games if you want to? If not, then you're gonna eventually have to play again anyway. If you're trying to get the attention, if you're trying to get the attention of someone else, if you're trying to reconnect with another person that you lost connection with, whatever it is, you're still going to have to do something. So you might as well stay ready. So you have to get ready. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or you just stop playing all games and tell them, look, I'm tired of playing games with you. Either you like me or you don't. Give me what I need or I get it from somebody else. Period. That's it. People don't like when you're honest. They'd rather you finesse it out of them. They'd rather you play a game with them than just tell them straight up sometimes. Okay. So depending on what type of man you have, it depends on how much game you got to play. Okay. You say you've had men emasculate themselves in conversation. Why is that? Because I end up losing all my game. It's to make them feel vulnerable and non-threatening. So therefore, don't believe them. I never believe any man that uh, consciously emasculates himself. It's a lie. I'm like, you know what? I don't believe you. Sorry. I see the trick. I see the game. It's not real. What grown man with any type of pride is going to do that in front of a woman unless he is looking for sympathy or for her to let her guard down? I don't trust you. Sorry. Um, how do you know when you're ready to settle down? You're 26, you feel the guys around you aren't ready because they're too young, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. This is the problem. So many young women feel like they're ready to settle down, but they're surrounding themselves with guys the same age, which are 10 years younger mentally. So therefore, you're literally around a 16-year-old. Like the guys that you're hanging around have the mentality of a 16-year-old. That's why women need to date older because y'all's minds developed faster. Okay. So you're literally at an age where a lot of women are already either married with kids or settled down already because either they married, they trap somebody into marriage, or they marry somebody older. So you need to marry older or get around older people. The people your age is not trying to have no family, not trying to settle down. They trying to party, especially the guys. So at 26, think about this: a 26-year-old girl and a 26-year-old boy, or man, 26-year-old woman and a 26-year-old man. Their priorities are not the same at all. What are you doing? A 26-year-old man trying to figure out who he gonna sleep with tonight, who he going out with, how much beer he gonna drink, what he got to do tomorrow. You know, who what he going which bar he's gonna go watch the game at. What is a 26-year-old woman thinking about? Not that. So when y'all start to try to date these 20-something-year-olds, y'all are wasting your time. Stop it. Not seriously, anyway. If y'all trying to get some free drinks and a fun time, then great. But when y'all are getting up there in age, ladies, stop it. You're supposed to be 10 years mentally ahead. Use that common sense that came with that to do what I just did. Ask yourself, what is a 26-year-old man's priority and a 26-year-old woman's priority? Are they the same? Are y'all even on the same page? The answer is no. So why are you even trying? No. Okay. Why does my provider want me to be upset? Like, treat him as if he's being bad. It's like I don't be caring. Because he wants to know that you care enough to get angry at him. So you can just pretend to be mad. Girl, practice your mad face and your mad tone, and then go pretend to be mad at him. All right. How to respond to a man that asks your body count? Don't. A sprinkle, sprinkle. Know that he doesn't have anything in his bank account to give if he's asking you about that. Okay, so there are all these videos talking about women need to learn proper etiquette. Women need to learn how to be ladies. But then you have a man asking you a dumb question like that. So you've gone through all your, leveling up to be a proper lady, to speak properly, to dress properly, to be classy, and then you have an unclassy man to ask you a question like that. Y'all aren't supposed to even be dating. You know what I'm saying? So that is your hint and your clue to get up and leave. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, you just started dating again, following advice, already offered trips, shopping, sprinkle, sprinkle, seeing several options, keeping your priorities straight. I mean, appreciate that, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get your money from him. Oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thanks for the super sticker. Appreciate that. You have the attention of a multimillionaire. He's 37. You're 27. I stayed the night and didn't sleep with him, so he's frustrated with me. How do I get him to start spending and not only one thing? You got to tell him, look, I'm like, you got to be like, you got to have the Thriller speech. I'm not like those other girls. If all you want is sex, go get it. Okay. When you get tired of it, call me. That's what you tell him. You say, well, if all you want is sex, you can get that from anywhere. When you want something more, then definitely call me. But I'm not getting ready here to play your games and be done. All right. Sorry. How do you know if he's really divorced or is he lying? The internet, ma'am. Sparkle, sparkle. Public records, internets. Um, you said it's $200 enough from a man. If that's your $200 enough every month for a man, if you're in high school, sparkle, sparkle. College, maybe. Like if they go to college too. Not no for no grown man. Sparkle, sparkle. Unless you get 200 from a bunch of grown men, I don't know what to tell you. Okay. So, what if they make an analogy with the kilometers of a car and a woman to give them a wise response? Tell them to go get a new car. It's like, I don't know about you, but I buy new cars all the time. So I'm not worried about the mileage. You like what you like. Or if you want a vintage car that they don't even make anymore, you don't worry about the mileage. Or you'll have other cars and you don't need to worry about the mileage. I don't worry about the mileage of my car. I just get the car I want. Why are we talking about cars? You want to go to the car dealership? You trying to buy me a car? Or if you want to be nice, nasty, you can say, you know what? I don't have a response for that. Because if I did, I have to. If I compare a woman to the mileage of a car, I have to compare my mother. And I don't know how many miles my mom would have. How many miles would your mom have? You could be nice, nasty. Hmm. And how many miles would you have if you were a car, sir? Just like there's an engine, there's also a piston. Mm. Are you still a are you still a well-oiled machine? And how many parts have you had to replace? And are you a luxury vehicle? Because after, if you're not, then it really doesn't matter anyway, now does it? I wouldn't really even respond to it, but if you just want to be nice, nasty, or clever, you know, it means, if you're going to be an object, then they're going to be a wallet. We'll say, ask them, how many luxury cars can you afford with zero mileage on them? Because we go to the dealership and we can look right now. Look, how many men can afford a luxury vehicle with zero miles? Y'all got them people in there trying to look like they balling, trying to get them a Mercedes that got 100,000 miles on it, but look good on the outside. Don't even come over here asking me about no mileage if you can't purchase a luxury vehicle at zero. That means you don't even have the money to be asking that hypothetical question. So therefore, I don't have the patience nor the time to answer that hypothetical question, because the difference between me and a luxury vehicle with zero miles is you can't afford neither one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There you go. They're gonna ask questions they can't even afford to answer. That's the dumb part about it. And dumb women will sit there and answer them. Okay, don't do it, ma'am. Don't do it. How do you react when a man make fun of me, girl? You don't. You just laugh at him. Say, poor people problems. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You know how they say rich people problems, poor people problems. Sorry. You got to make fun of a woman that I don't know, did they ask you out? Did they like you in the first place? Because if they're making fun of you after they asked you out, or if they like you, it's because they can't have you. So, poor people problem. You ain't got enough money to get what you want, so you're throwing a fit. Okay. So, when you agree to go out on a date with a man and they have the audacity to talk to you like you're a piece of property, make sure you also have the audacity to talk to them like there are a bank account, a wallet, and a paycheck or an ATM. So your response should be very equal to theirs. So whenever they ask you about something and it makes you feel like an object, ask them something that makes them feel like a wallet or an ATM. Okay. Because that's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to dehumanize you or make you feel less than a person. So therefore, you do the same thing in return. That's it. Okay. The best way to bring a man's self-esteem down is to bring down the fact that he can't afford something. That's it. You can't afford me. Why did you even ask me out? Does this even make sense? Then you could be nice, nasty. It's like, but at least you tried. I commend you on that. But I have to go. That's it. They hate when you start asking for money. Well, then they don't need to ask out women. Or they don't need to mention the word sex or nothing. When they start calling you Jezebel and evil and stuff like that, well, what does the Bible say about fornication? Is that what you're after? What does the Bible say about sex before marriage? What does all religion say about sex before marriage? Don't bring religion into this. If you're not going to abide by all the rules, but that means you're just a hoe, and that means you're just a prostitute. Well, what does that mean? If you want sex, that means you're a fornicator. So I never saw, you're gonna be calling people names. So you want sex before marriage, but you won't condemn me? Go somewhere else with that, sir. Go tell somebody who cares or that you can afford. But for now, I gotta go. Go tell someone you can afford. That should be the new dismissal. Go tell someone you can afford. Not don't tell someone who cares. Go tell someone who you can afford. That will cut them. That's it. What do you think? How do you think men will react to that statement? They're gonna be like, then they're gonna start spewing out all the little types of jobs they have or the type of businesses they have, and you're gonna start laughing because they thought it was all that and it really wasn't. Anyway, I'm glad you told me because I know now that you really can't afford me. Then they're gonna start telling you numbers. Well, I make this much money and I make that much money. I can't tell. You must have a lot of debt because you still can't afford me. That's all. All you got to do is tell them that, and dismiss them. When they ask you your body count, you could say, "Oh, it doesn't matter. You can't afford me anyway." Be done. Oh, that doesn't really matter because you can't afford me anyway. Anyway, how's your food? Just go ahead and skip to conclusions. Like, like, you don't even need to ask that question because you ain't gonna get nowhere near it. Because I could tell you can't afford even to get nowhere near it. That's it. That's all you got to tell. How do you keep the attention on you even while you are absent from him? Watch the beginning of this video, ma'am. I give you all those little ways. Also, another way to keep attention on someone when you are not with them. Perfume trick. Get you a bottle of perfume, keep it in your purse. When y'all are riding around together and he gets out of the car, girl, go spray that perfume everywhere, up under the seat, under his seat, your seat, in between the cracks of the seats, and you can get to the trunk. Make sure it's a long-lasting perfume. He can't vacuum that out, man. Do it in his house too. Get over that house. Get the shower curtain. Get the corners of the closet. Spray some of his clothes in the closet. Get all the carpet if he has carpet. Get the air conditioner vents, filters. Get them. Put a little dab on a light bulb. Get them towels in the bathroom. You're gonna have to wash get under the sheet, get under the other sheet, the bottom sheet, get under that, get on the mattress, get under the bed with the perfume. His whole house gonna smell like you. Make sure it's a unique perfume that's only unique to you. But don't overdo it so he know what you did. Just do it like squirt, 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 squirt. Then every time he go walking around his house, I still smell you. Don't put it on the pillowcase. Take the pillow out the pillow. Spray the pillow. Then put the pillowcase back over it. It's subtle. Okay. That way he will always think of you. No matter where he's going. He can't escape. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all are silly. Couch cushions, all of that. Under the couch cushions, in the cracks of the couch, they're everywhere. Then when you run out of perfume, have him buy you another bottle. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's what you should do, man. That way, if you try to bring another woman over, ride another woman in his car, she smell you. She'll be like, that ain't my perfume. You must be with somebody else. You married, you got a wife, you got a girlfriend. I smell perfume everywhere. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So that's another way, a really good way, an easy way. Anybody can do it. Okay. They can take that car to the car wash, but they can't get up under them seats or in them cracks or that ceiling. You know how some cars or most cars have like a ceiling that's fabric. Don't spray directly because it don't like leave a stain. Spray some in your hand. Go like this. Spray through. Touch the ceiling with your hand after it's been like rubbed in so it doesn't leave any stains. Make sure your hands are clean. And that's how you put it on the ceiling. Okay. That's it. Mm-hmm. You said, should you be bothered he likes other girls' pictures? I don't think so, unless you're in high school or something. Okay, what else should we be leaving around their place? Hair. I don't even care if it's wig hair. Yeah. Get you one of your wigs or your real hair, whatever, out of your brush. Or get you some wig hair and pull it out and just put it in inconspicuous places. Under the covers, under the sheet, under the bed, inside the pillow. Same thing as you do with the perfume, but not as much. Because look, if another girl goes over there, she's gonna find that hair. Make sure it's long. And put it in places that only a girl that he would be intimate with would be found. Okay? That's where you put it. Somewhere you know he ain't gonna clean. Y'all know men don't clean the cracks and crevices in the couch. Y'all know they don't be under the pillow, inside the pillowcase. Y'all don't know. Y'all know they don't be up in the closet in the corner. Y'all know where men don't clean because if y'all are women, y'all are smart. Y'all know better. So that's where you put it. All right. So another way to keep their attention. Call or text and say that you forgot why you called or texted. But make it seem like it was really urgent. Oh my gosh, I wanted to tell you something and I totally forgot what it was. It was so important. I can't remember. Oh my gosh. If I figure it out, I'll text you back. Girl, he gonna be waiting. I wonder what it was. I wonder if it was so important, but why she forgot. It was so, it's the little things. So do that. Okay. If y'all are asking me about young guys, don't ask. You know why? Let me tell you why. Unless they're like your cousin, your little friend, or whatever that you're not taking seriously, don't ask me about them if you're not willing to wait for their money. Okay. If y'all are on the wrong channel to be dating these young guys, if you're not going to date multiple men at the same time, okay, I'm going to tell you nicely. There's no way I can take your youngster, your 20-something-year-old, and turn him into the type of man that's going to pay every bill within a year or two, unless he's from money. Okay? Stop trying to ask these dumb questions. Ask any 20-something-year-old if he can do the most for you. The answer is going to be no. Why? Because he doesn't have the experience, the money. He hadn't been working long enough. What he going to do? Unless his parents have money and he has his parents, then what? Okay? Y'all have to wake up and think, because some of y'all aren't thinking. By the time you are 40 or 32 is when he will be coming into the type of money that you probably want. And by then, will he still want you? You know? And you can get it now from somebody else already at that age with that money. I don't know what to tell you. Stop asking me about young guys. I don't think that they're able to do what you need them to do. Okay? If you're just wanting a regular 50-50 type relationship with those young guys, then go for it. Don't ask me about it though. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I said, don't ask me about it. I don't care. Look, what I'm saying is, if he wants you, if he's gonna want you when you're 40 and 50, is his money gonna increase? Are you gonna be able to get him to spend that type of money on you? Then, if you can, then great. What I'm saying is, I'm not wasting my time discussing that if it's not something that is widespread. You know what I'm saying? So, if you don't have a bunch of 20-something-year-olds out there making six figures, willing to pay your bills and spend money on you, and I'm not getting ready to waste my time just talking on it. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Ask them for some money. Say you're a student. Okay. Look, when you're in a relationship with a man, if you're not in control of it, then he does not like you enough for you to even be in that relationship, man. If you're in a relationship with a man and you can't really get what you want, or you can't really control it, why are you trying to save it? Think about that for a second. Unless you continuously like to work and worry on a daily basis. Okay. That's why women start looking old, because they're constantly trying to put in this work, do all this stuff for a relationship, do A, B, C, and D, and they end up looking terrible for putting in all the work in a relationship. If that man ain't doing more for you, thinking about you, doing this, and that, he don't need to pay attention to you because you're giving him all the attention. You know what I'm saying? So stop. Stop asking about men who don't care about you. Done. Okay. The name of the video is how to keep the attention, not how to get it back. Read the name of the video. Read it. Not how to get it back, man. How to keep it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That means start over with someone else. Or you can try what I've told you in the beginning of the video. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But why would you move backwards? Why would you go with somebody who doesn't want to give you attention in the first place anymore? Stop moving backwards. Okay. So how do you keep their attention during him in ghosting phase? If he lost it already, then it's not even a ghosting phase anymore. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Okay. So you're only interested in young guy for eggplant and fun. Good for you, ma'am. You don't like manipulating. Wrong channel then, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You he cheated on you, but wants to do everything to take you back. What to do? Go pick out your car and tell him to pay for it, ma'am. Because that's what I do. And that's what I was like. You know what? I want this car, sir. Go get it for me, or at least put the down payment on. That doesn't mean that's your husband. It could be another side dude that cheated on you. So you got options. Remember, if you have options, use them. He's just presenting you with an option for a new car, man. What you gonna do? You sitting there about here worried about feelings. Worry about some cars. If men know that all they got to do is make you feel like you're loved and they're sorry and it didn't mean nothing and they'll try harder and they're only human and that, if they got to buy you a car, they're gonna think again before they start to cheat again. Ain't that right? You better head to the dealership and say, you know what, I don't forgive you, but maybe if you buy me a car, I could try. Sprint, sprint. So get your money. Tell them, I need the car. I'm not finna forgive you for free. Not for free. Okay. Oh, Jennifer Sprinkle Sprinkle, appreciate that girl. Yes. She'll he wants to buy you something last night, but today he's not even talk about it. Should you remind him? Girl, wanting and doing is two different things. Why didn't he buy it last night then? You let men talk and not do no action, that's your fault. So we would have went straight to that store, straight to that ATM doing something. Should you mention it again? If you mention it again, like I can't wait for you to give me that thing that you was talking about. You know, tell him you told everybody. It's like I told my friend that you were buying me this thing, and she's like, "Oh, you are such a sweet guy. She wish she could find somebody like you." That way, he got to come through because you already bragged to your friend about it, or he'll have to totally dump you and never see you again, which will be good because he won't be wasting your time anymore because he never meant to give it to you in the first place. Okay, so always lie. All her bills paid is a must. All her needs are taken care of. All her wants are taken care of. Okay. You earn the money if she can spend the money. The only reason men earn money is to give to the woman. Sure, if that's what it is. You could have gave more than spark sparkle. He said, okay, Sam. Appreciate that, Sam. Appreciate that. Yes. Shira, please. My man has a lot of girlfriends. What do I do? Girl, y'all, basically what he just told you to do is the same thing he's doing. Okay. If you don't learn from by example from your man, then you ain't learning nothing from him. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You say you're in a relationship. He wants to keep seeing you, but he can't promise you marriage. What do I do? Nothing. As long as he can promise you some money, who cares? If somebody else can promise you marriage and money, then you know what to do. Sparkle, sparkle. But until then, get his money. Sparkle, sparkle. Do you ever approach a man first? If you're a man, if you don't like approaching men, then you can get set up by people. You know, some people will set their friends up or set people up together. That way, nobody came on to anyone. Or if you're that type of woman, prepare to stay that type of woman throughout the relationship. Sparkle, sparkle. All right. I don't recommend it, but whichever. Okay. Mhm. You said potential sugar daddy said he gonna pay your bills. The sooner the better, ma'am. He said it with his own mouth. So what y'all waiting for? Get down to it. If you are with a guy who earns lots of money, how much should he be giving you? And how much did you ask for, man? How much do you need? How much did you ask? How much did he offer? Well, there you go. Whatever you asked for. So some women are afraid to ask for money, but there's men who are not afraid to ask for sex. So I don't know what to tell you. Well, however much you need, that's how much you ask for. However much you want, that's how much you ask for. Or insinuate that you need. However, you need to tell them that that's the amount. That's how you tell them. Okay. What do you think about that awful Cheesecake Factory lady? I've never seen it, but so many people you have told me. I think that no matter how crazy or awful someone seems, you still can't take away their free will or their standards, no matter what. Okay, they said what they said. That's what they said. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, what if that was you and people didn't think you looked like all that, but you felt like you did, and you got somebody to make reservations for you to a fine dining restaurant, and you showed up an hour late. I mean, obviously she was going to get the fine dining, looking like that. So what's the difference? She said what she said, and I already discussed this on several other videos. As long if you had taken her shopping, she might have said yes. The mall is connected to cheesecake. Anyway, just because a woman looks a certain way does not mean her confidence is lower. You could have a beautiful woman whose confidence is low compared to a woman that is not as beautiful. It's the confidence. Okay. If she didn't look like you thought she should look, I didn't see what she looked like. It doesn't matter. Her standards were higher than some of y'all's, which is why she had reservations to a fine dining place instead of kicking it with a dusty. Sparkle, sparkle. Uh-oh, Nicole, sparkle, sparkle. So I don't know what to tell y'all. She said what she said, and that's what she said. That's all I can say. Don't get out. That's where if you don't want to get out, somebody take you there and you don't want to get out, don't get out. Standards are our standards. Okay. A waiter paid for your meal and then slipped me his number. I reported him to his manager. Oh my gosh. Y'all so silly. Girl. Would you eat? At least that was funny though. Should you? Some of y'all dusties would proudly ask you to the house. Sure, I still can't buy. Oh yeah, that book is not for sale right now for some reason. I got to revamp that book and probably make it into a physical copy. All right. So we'll see. You said it was fake. Most news is fake, ma'am. If it was skit, if it was fake, I'm sure it got the results that it wanted to get. So who cares? All right. Appreciate that. You get tired some money. What you tried to get some money from an old man and he said he only pays prostitutes and then he kissed you and you were disgusted. They say you only kiss Johns. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's what I would have said. I'm sorry, I only kiss Johns. Actually, you did kiss a John, but you ain't get no money from me. And the sad thing is, most prostitutes don't even kiss. So he got you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm sorry you felt disgusted. All right. You know, it's no, I'm sorry. Would you do an interview in person? A paid gig, of course. No. Sorry. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all couldn't pay me enough. Isn't that rude of me? Isn't that mean? Like, I wouldn't even do an interview because I know y'all can't afford it. That's a nice, nasty way of me saying I don't do interviews. Okay. I don't do interviews. I don't do interviews. Sorry. Sorry, I don't do interviews. Unless I run for president, I'm not doing no interviews. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said, why don't I run for president? Because I'd be worse than Donald Trump, ma'am. And I might just win. That's why I don't feel like doing all that work. But it might be worth it to not ever have to pay taxes again. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we can run for president one day. That's the only reason I'd run. Same reason Donald Trump ran. No taxes. Pardon all your friends. Pardon yourself. Yeah. All right. I'd be the president for the wrong reason. Y'all don't want that. Okay. Make men spend again. Just gonna be my campaign. Make men spend again. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Well, I'll let y'all know. I might need some campaign managers in the future. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all know I'd be the wrong. I'd be in there for the wrong reason. Don't come to me with no conflict or no problems. I'm just gonna say sprinkle, sprinkle. You, whatever. Fake news. Where my money? Would you ever debate somebody? I would never debate anybody. I said what I said. Therefore, it's not up for debate. I'm the woman. It is what it is. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So when you debate someone, it means that you're trying to prove that you're right, or you're trying to prove that your version is better than their version, or your thinking is better than their thinking. I already know it is, so therefore, no need to debate. Get it? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You don't need to debate when you already know. It's just it is. You said make man spend again. You done. First of all, if you already know you can win the debate, why even have the debate? Makes no sense. It's not a challenge. Second of all, why would you debate something that is your opinion? Not trying to debate facts. What's best? What's the standards? You don't debate standards. It is what it is. Period. That's why you don't have a bunch of women around here debating, because they say what they say and it is what it is. Only men debate because they like competition, challenge, and to prove who's better. I already know I'm the best. I do what I do. I say what I said. Period. Done. No need to debate. All right. That's why people just write a book, because they don't debate. Just write a book. Okay, you know how people say I wrote the book on it? There you go. Will he pay if I have a little secret down there? I don't know, ma'am. You gonna tell him the secret? What's the secret? The secret is, if this is you don't want to tell him, then let it stay a secret, ma'am. Guy told you he doesn't do special things for someone until they're his girlfriend. He's fully paid. Okay, when he says that, I'm done. I don't. If you can't ask him if he knows what courting is. Did you know what courting means? It means that you court a woman so that she will agree to be your girlfriend. That means she knows that you could provide, she feels safe with you, and this and that. Otherwise, why would she be your girlfriend and don't know what you can do for her? Okay. Girl, run. Run from that. If he has enough money to do things for you, then he should want to impress you by doing those things instead of saying that he's not going to do them until. You know what I mean? So I'm not listening. I'm moving on and doing something better. Okay. More. There's more money elsewhere that men are itching to give you. It's like, okay, here you go. Oh no, don't worry about that. That's how you get a girlfriend, by doing things that she doesn't have to ask and beg you for. That's how you get a girlfriend. If he really wanted a girlfriend, he wouldn't have told you that. Therefore, you're with the wrong one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. He doesn't do special things, so how would he get a girlfriend? He wouldn't. Okay. Can y'all like read the title of the video? How do we keep his attention? Making yourself a priority, putting the attention on yourself a lot and giving him a little bit of the attention also programs his mind to know that the attention is always supposed to be on you. It's always supposed to be on you. You're always supposed to have the attention. Always, always, always. Give him a little bit too, but most of it's supposed to be on you. So make sure he realizes that. You can condition a man to always put the attention on you if the attention is always on you, by you, and those surrounding you. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, when you get provided for and don't commit to him. Oh, then you get provided for and don't commit to him either. That's right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Okay. So, how to keep the attention? Learn what is important to him and then ask, oh, how's this or how's that? And then let him speak on it. Then he will have to think about a response as what to ask you, what's important to you. So that means he has to pay attention to you more in order to know what's important to you. So then his natural reaction is going to be to ask, well, how's this and how's that for you? Then you can say something like, don't talk too much. Just like, oh, it's great, but I'd much rather, talk to you about this, then switch the subject to something that you want him to really pay attention to. Okay. So you lure him in with that, then you switch it to whatever you need him to pay attention to you for or about. And make sure it lingers so that when you leave, he's still thinking about it. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You see, I missed a super chat. Hold on, let me scroll. See if I can find it. Okay. Can you do a video on your other channel? Okay, we're on this channel right now, but thank you for the donation, Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't nobody care about that kind of stuff. Okay. You must not know at all who I am. Because you already know I don't care about that type of stuff. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But I appreciate the donation. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If y'all worry about that stuff, y'all on the wrong channel. Okay. We don't care about that type of stuff over here, man. Or on the other channel. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sorry, we just don't. It ain't about us getting no money. It ain't about no money in our pocket. It ain't about no man no paying no bills. That we don't care. We don't have time to care about that type of stuff until all women got what they need and want and are treated like they need to be treated. Okay. There's more important things happening. All right. I don't care about a bunch of people fighting. If they still don't allow their woman to do certain things, I don't care about a bunch of nothing. They paying all these bills, they getting these bills paid. You got what you want, ma'am? Then who cares? What you gonna do? You going over there? You suiting up? Then who cares? All right. No one. You know who cares? People that are conditioned to care for that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. People who are paid to care, that's who cares. All right. Let them do their job. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do you stand with I stand with my money, ma'am, right here. Sprinkle, sprinkle. People who are making money out of these, yeah. If I don't make money off of it, I don't have no investments and none of that stuff over there. So I don't know. I don't care. The reason why I'm telling y'all this is because you can't do anything about it. So why are you wasting your time, breath, energy on it? I ain't finna waste my time, breath, or energy on something I can't do anything about. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Besides, I'm gonna say just like Donald Trump, fake news. Fake news, don't care, ain't getting paid, not paid to care. Done. What do you think about all the violence in the poverty stricken neighborhoods of America? All right, anyway. Oh, Reagan, Spark, appreciate that. What do you think about the gentrification of the property that people used to own that has been in their family for generations that was suddenly taken because someone couldn't pay the taxes or got sick? I don't know. What y'all think about that? Do you not care when they do that? Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. So it's not that I'm ignorant. It's just that I don't care. Okay. You said America got plenty of problems. What are main standards when should have while dating? The ones that you create for yourself, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Whatever you, that's for you to decide or create. You know, what do you do? What do you require? I'm supposed to tell you what you require, or you supposed to tell them what you require? That's how you know. What do you require? It's not that you're ignorant. It's just that I don't care. Yeah. Is that terrible? Good. A lot of things are terrible. I still don't care. Mhm. Y'all, I'm none of this. I don't take sides on stupid stuff. Okay. But don't ask me if I'm pro this or pro that. I'm pro my money. But I really don't care. Y'all asking me about something stupid that's been happening for the beginning since the beginning of the biblical era. I can't, you can't even, can you even invest in the Bible? Do they have Bible sales stocks? Is there a gamble going on? Who gonna win? Who gonna get it? I can't even invest in it. So why would I even care? If somebody wrote down this gonna happen for from now until forever, then why should I care? Y'all sitting there believing in religion and in the Bible, it says they're gonna be fighting over here forever. So why do I care? Okay. Y'all want it to stop, then y'all need to change your religion. Sparkle, sparkle. All right. Okay. You said it's about land and herb. Okay. Well, I'm not invested in any oil, so I don't care. That means I don't have a reason for war. I don't have a reason to do any of those things. So why are you asking me? I have no investment in that. Ask somebody that has invested in oil over there. Ask somebody that got money to earn from that happened. I don't have any money to earn from that situation. So why are you asking me? Whose side am I on? I'm on my own side. I'm on my team, the team that gets me paid every day. That's the team I'm on. Okay. Said war or men's doing. Yes. I don't concern myself with what men are doing unless they supposed to pay these bills and they not. Then I'm gonna be concerned. All right. All right. How do you push away a man that is in a fate is constantly asking about politics and boring stuff? Change the subject, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Make a joke about it. Change the subject. Say fake news. Do something, girl. Okay. Girl, don't nobody care about no white on white crime. We done. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If y'all don't care about black on black crime, we don't care about white on white crime. How about that? We don't really care. They don't really care about us. Y'all have fun over there. All right. We supposed to care when it's white on white crime. We're not supposed to care when it's black on black crime. They deserve that. That's what happened. That's what happens when this. Okay, well, what we don't care. They deserve. That's what happens when you put too many white people together. You got white on white crime. Okay, smart. That's what happened when you write in the Bible that y'all gonna be fighting over some land forever. You just gonna be fighting over it forever because the Bible said it. All right, sprinkle. But I don't know what to tell you. Not my problem. Never will be. Never was. Sure, you're a genius. Sprinkle. Appreciate that. How to keep tension long enough? A long-term relationship? Always be out of their league. Always be out of their league. That way you keep the attention no matter what. That's number one. Number two, number three, number four, whichever number that is. I forgot what number it was. Always be out of their league. Always. Why does your 64-year-old sugar daddy always tell you he loves me? You're 25. Do you think I should envision marriage with him? Well, next time he tell you he love you, ask him where your ring at. It's like, you love me? Where's my ring? Now you might not have to get married, but you might still get some diamonds. You're getting closer. Okay. That's it. You say you don't care about white on white crime so well, it's side by side because girl, don't nobody care about none of that stuff anyway. We're over here trying to get our money. Y'all on the wrong channel. If y'all want to talk that type of stuff, go watch CNN. Go watch them channels. Go talk about stuff that you can't do nothing about. Over here, we talk about stuff we can do something about. Okay. We talking about stuff we can control. We talking about stuff we can get. We talking about dollars we can't see in our pockets. So y'all go over there and y'all discuss that if that's what y'all want to do with y'all time. And we'll be over here. Sprinkle. Okay, free will. Okay. Should you give a what? Girl, we don't care what he's looking at. Can you see the amount of money he deposited into your account every month on time? Then that's all that matters. We don't care. Y'all be worried about the wrong thing, what they doing over there, what they doing over here. You ain't even been over there. You can't even find it on a map. You know what? You can't. You don't even know. So who cares? Stop. We don't care. That's what stereotypical Americans are. We don't care. If it don't make us no money, then we don't care. Isn't that right? Stay that way. Because of you, I'm mastering and controlling your emotions and not overreacting. Thanks, you. Good for you, ma'am. Sprinkle. You said just look away. Yeah, just look away. You think you know why? Because they were doing that before you was born. They're gonna be doing it after you die. What you gonna do? A guy from a dating app told you you should have some self-respect, be ashamed when I told him I had a guy spend 15K on you on a first date. Why? Because they can't do it. Smart, smart. They're ashamed of themselves because they can imagine doing something like that for any woman. Probably not even a wife if they have ever get one. So literally, they're just ashamed of themselves. Okay. They want to flip it on you because they don't have enough money to do that. That's all. Don't worry about it. On to the next, get you a better one. Okay. You said I have no enemies. You said I got too many enemies? I would have to acknowledge them if I had some. So I don't have no enemies. You can't have enemies if you ain't got no friends. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I have no enemies. Who am I gonna argue with? I don't debate nobody. I have no enemy to debate. I have no enemy to argue with. Okay. I have nothing to prove to another person. I said what I said. So I have no enemy. Okay. How to keep the attention of someone at first sight? By looking good, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Make it eye contact and look good, man. Okay. I still have no enemies, you know. I might have people that say nice, nasty things, but that doesn't mean that they're my enemy. Okay. Oh, Daniela, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thanks for the super sticker. Appreciate that. Yes. How to keep a rich man interested by not having poverty mind. That's number one. Okay, his brother is known and rich, but he's living off his brother, and his brother controls his bag, and he's married, and is he worth marrying? Oh, until he's married. Girl, I don't know. Sparkle, sparkle. How much is he worth? How much he gonna spend? Is he gonna stay with you? Uh-huh. Those are the questions that you need to ask. Is he gonna stay with you? How much is he worth? And how much he gonna spend on you? Otherwise, why would you care? If he worth it to you, if he's gonna spend on you, then so be it. Okay. How to take advantage of an insecure man with a lot of money? Mm, you shouldn't really have to take advantage of an insecure man because if you look good and they want to keep you because feel insecure, if they don't have a certain type of woman, then they'll spend money on you. If they're insecure that you're going to leave them and you want them to spend money on you, that's a trick in the game. You need to reassure them like I'm not going nowhere. Either you can afford me or you can't. So don't call them out on the game. Be like, you know what? Don't play all this insecure stuff. If you can't afford me, just say that because I don't have the time. And insecurity is a turnoff. Tell them straight up. Say, I can't be attracted to you if you are insecure. That's number one. Number two, if you ain't got it like that, don't fake like you're insecure. Either they're going to man up real quick out of that insecurity and prove that they can afford you, or they really just can't afford you. Okay? Because don't nobody, lead with their insecurities. If unless you're just observing that they're insecure, call them out on it. Tell them that it's unattractive. Because it literally is very unattractive. If you're an insecure man, I don't want you. Okay. You could be ugly, fat, but if you're insecure, that is a deal breaker. You got to go. Okay. I don't want you if you're insecure. You know why? Because that means, first of all, if you're an insecure man, somebody constantly has to pay attention to you in order for you to feel like you're not being taken advantage of. And I ain't got time. Okay. And don't nobody got time for that. I'm not getting ready to sit there and make sure you don't think something's happening because you're insecure. That's weird. Unless you're gonna pay me to sit there and pretend like I care that you feel secure. Unless you're paying me a lot of money, and that's my job description to make sure you don't feel insecure, I ain't gonna do it. Every day you got to pay me a certain amount to deal with that. So how much you gonna pay a woman every day if you're an insecure man to deal with your insecurity? Okay. You said rich men date you for weeks but never propose to marry. Good. Why would you want to marry after a couple of weeks anyway? Or what the heck? Okay. Y'all crazy. How to manifest someone that hurt you to cry because of you. I really wouldn't care enough for anybody to cry over me. I'm not even thinking about that anymore. Why are you still thinking about that? The best time for somebody to cry over you is at your wedding with your richer man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. There you go. That's how, man. Go get somebody better with more money. Make sure they see it. How? What is our religion and country? Men are supposed to pay bills and pay for everything. Okay, good for them. Make sure they're paying. So should I marry a young man or old one? The one that's going to treat you the best, I would say. If they already got to pay them bills and pay for everything. The one that has the most money and the one that's going to treat you the best and the one who's not secretly gay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How can you determine what standards should be? What? Okay. Somebody help her, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thanks for the donation. When you go and look for a place, a car or a house or a place to live, what are your standards there? You just take any old thing? When you go online to Google and you type in what you're looking for, or do you just type in some random letters and press enter and see what pops up? What are you doing? Why are you asking me? That is something personal that you need to ask yourself. All right. I can't tell you what to think, only how to think. How to think. That's how you think for yourself. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, how do you leave your dusty wife and children without paying child support? The best way to leave them is with another man who can actually pay for them and, who has more money than you. So once you go find your dusty woman and dusty kids, another man with more money that looks better than you, and introduce them. That would be nice. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So go ahead, set her up. Because you can't take care of business. Let somebody else handle it. All right. That's how you're supposed to do it. Look, and you still ain't got to pay that. She'll just be thanking you. She can write you a thank you card. Thank you for introducing us. Y'all hear that, Dusties? Introduce your woman to a man with money. There you go. And that's the least you can do. Come on. You said I'm promoting wholeness. What your mama promoting? How to raise a dusty son. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Honestly, the best thing I can tell y'all dusties who don't want to pay for nothing is don't pay. Go find the type of women that you can actually afford and get off this channel. All right. You already know when you walk into certain stores, you can't buy nothing up in there. You don't be in there complaining about the prices. You don't say, oh, this is the perfect example of capitalism at its best. Jacking up the prices on items that don't cost that much to make. Okay, well, if you can't afford it, sir, get out. Dollar Tree over there, Dollar Store over there, Walmart over there, Target over there, if you can afford Target. Okay. They over there. Pick Misha over there. Barbara the Builder over there. Okay. They're not promoting wholeness at all because they're not getting paid. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you can't even take your woman on a shopping spree to Target, get out of here. You can't do Walmart either, sir. Go. They didn't raise their prices or got some new designers for their clothes. You can't even take them shopping at Walmart no more. Get out. Okay. Y'all over here, guys are over here always talking about, what about inflation or, the economy, but then gonna talk about us for being a hoe. Okay, well, what about the economy? What about inflation? We could use the same dumb arguments y'all use on us. Okay. Okay. You see how dumb y'all sound? You know how y'all, say, look, we don't want to date a woman who requires us to pay her bills or to give her money on a date, or not only if she's our wife and stuff like that. Y'all don't be planning on marrying nobody. So what y'all really trying to say is y'all want something for free. So being an intelligent being, women aren't going to fall for the okie doke and be like, oh, well, he said he's only going to do something for his wife. Okay, he's not married. He don't plan to get married. He can't afford marriage. So now what? What you gonna do? Sit there and look like a fool and wait, pretend like he's trying to get married to you? Or are you gonna go find somebody else that has what you need? No, y'all are done for listening to that mess. Okay. Y'all that dumb, y'all deserve to be taken advantage of in that way because that's really stupid. Okay. Okay. If he doesn't like you more than you like him, move on. Move along. He's not forget. Because then he'll have the audacity to tell you some stupid stuff like, well, you're just promoting wholeness, or, well, what do you bring to the table, or what's your body? He got the audacity to say something stupid like that when he don't even like you as much as he doesn't even like you enough. Men that like you a lot would never dare ask such stupid questions. That's how you know they don't like you. You ain't getting no money out of them. Dismiss. Oh, feminine men who act like the prize, secretly gay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Secretly, they think they're the prize because Pygmisha and them then told them some lies. Pygmisha and them paying their bills. Pygmisha and them got their self-esteem up high to where they think that they can get the same treatment from a woman out of their league. And they can't. They got to go back to Pygmisha and them, Barbara the Builder and them. Okay. See, when guys are done or while they're dealing with Barbara the Builder and Pygmisha, they trying to see if they still have what it takes to get a woman out of their league. And when they can't, they get mad at them and they start to call out names and start to get mad. And then they have to run back to Pygmisha and Barbara the Builder when it get cold because they ain't got nowhere else to go. Okay. They got their confidence level up with Pick Beach and Barbara the Builder in them, and they forgot that you got to get your money up. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. See, with a woman, you can be confident. With a man, you got to have confidence and money. All right. In order to date outside of your league. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You don't have to run after no man unless you're stupid. Okay, let me tell y'all something. If y'all are running after these men, if they didn't steal your purse, stop. Stop. Because that's dumb. Y'all look stupid. Women that run after men look stupid and dumb. So all other women who don't have to. Y'all shouldn't be doing that anyway. Let them go. Where they gonna run to? Pick Bisha and Barbara the Builder in them? Or maybe you are them and they're running from you. Let them go. If you have to chase a man, they don't want you. Dang, I'm getting all these messages. Stop leaving me that. Oh, that's a Cash App. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate you, girl. Nadia. Okay, if you got to run behind some man, y'all gonna look foolish. Okay, stop it. Let them just give you money. Don't chase them. When they realize that you're not there anymore, or they realize that you're not chasing them, that's when they're going to give you the attention, when you stop chasing them. All right? Stop chasing. And if they like you, you'll know. Okay. Kenny Mack said, "Oh, I'm out." That's what your daddy said to your mama. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But obviously, he didn't get out fast enough. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. How to look like a leveled up woman? Well, your definition of whatever that is to you and what it means to you, that's what you need to strive for until you get to the level that you feel comfortable or that's working for you the best. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If you wrote to me on Patreon, I'll try to check them every 1 or 2 days. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'll try to check them later if I remember. But I usually go like, yeah, I should have. Oh, thank you, Miss Candace. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate that. Okay. You forgive your boyfriend for cheating because he promised you all the things he never did. His promise. What am I supposed to do? Slap yourself, man, for being stupid and believing somebody that cheated who's not honest in the first place, and then gonna make you a promise, and you gonna believe him still? Something wrong with your head, man. Oh, Miss Pat, sprinkle, sprinkle, appreciate that. So you gonna trust a cheater to follow through on his promises to you, even though he promised you he was gonna be faithful and didn't follow through on that promise? You think he gonna follow through on some other promises? No wonder he keep doing you wrong and dirty, because you keep falling for the okie doke. The best thing I can tell you to do is stop being dumb. That's number one. If you're gonna ever deal with him again, make sure he got some money in your hand, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's all I can tell you. If you want to talk to you, tell him Cash App, Temu, Zelle. Time is money. That's it. You know, don't treat him like you're free. What if he tells you about his future and trusts you so much? I don't care about his future. What his present money doing? Is his present money paying your bills? What's his future gonna do for me? Am I in the future? Am I paid in his future? Is he giving me money in this future? Then I'm gonna need a down payment in the present. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. What about when a woman get jealous of your attention? I don't care. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Not my problem. Can you give me some advice on being more approachable if you have resting face? Um, Act like you don't have resting face. I mean, find a different face that doesn't look like it's resting to create on your face. Make a different face. That's all. Appreciate you for helping us. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, Steph, appreciate you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do you know how many actresses have resting face that have to change their entire face for a movie? Do that. Okay. Why do some men entertain women that are unattractive? Because they can cook, clean, and probably good at domestic work. And also, they might have a good job, but they can get them the new sneakers, a new outfit, so that when they go and try to get the woman out of their league that they still can't afford, they at least look good and they ain't hungry. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. He said we will shop if I spend with the day with him. Told him I'm busy working more hours to repair your car. Pull back until he offers money or go to the date. Where's he trying to take you shopping at, and how old are you? Is y'all going to Forever 21, or y'all going to some real stores? You know what I'm saying? Because I told you, them guys that date y'all, I don't know how old you are. The guys that are dating younger women is because they can't afford the real lifestyle of an older woman. So if the car repairs cost more than where he's going to take you shopping, get him to take you shopping, okay, and still need the car repaired. Because if he takes you shopping, he thinks he's going to get something in return, right? If you still holding the car repair over his head, you ain't getting nothing till this car fixed. He got to do both. So sprinkle, sprinkle. Get both, ma'am. Why would you choose? You said, are we supposed to cheat on men? No, you're supposed to do exactly what men do for women. Be 100% totally honest and faithful, just like men are to women. All right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you for the donation. You said unattractive women are more loyal. That's because they ain't got no options, ma'am. Okay, duh. You think they're more loyal because they want to be, or because they just don't have options? Some people are loyal so they can focus on other things, because a man is not their priority. You know what I'm saying? They're already in a relationship and they get everything they want. They don't need to cheat if men is not the priority. If something else is the priority, in the meantime, they're not going to care about cheating on her. Now, when a man is a priority, or when a man is, you know, unable to pay for his indiscretions financially, she might cheat just for that reason. But this depends. He wants to know your body count. Why y'all keep asking me these dumb questions about men that want to know your body count? The same as his mama's. That's what you tell them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I mean, if that's the type of man you're dating, he doesn't like you. Okay, on to the next. Or just lie. Just lie and say the number that they want to hear. It's up to you, ma'am. But Just lie if you don't want to tell them the truth, or if you're done with him and you don't want to see him anymore, tell him the same as his mom. Next. Somebody said 3. Just give him the magic number. He ain't gonna believe it anyway. They have this formula where they add a certain amount of numbers to it. So tell him he gonna be the first. 9, you're gonna be like first. Then whatever formula he does mathematically, he'll get the right number. In his mind. Just lie till I'm a virgin. Haven't done anything. Unless you got kids and stuff, then immaculate conception, man. I thought you was Christian. You don't believe in immaculate conception? You're gonna believe the Bible, you gotta believe the whole Bible. You can't be a pick and chooser. All right, so immaculate conception, and I'm a virgin. Now what? Thought you said you was a good Christian man. You don't believe in the Bible? What do I think about the first date being a walk in the park? Do he own the park? Is his name on the outside of the park? Okay. Mm, if we're gonna walk around the park, we bet that y'all better be in elementary school. All right. Anyway, junior high, elementary, maybe early in high school. But if you're grown and you able to vote and you're legal, and you sitting up here walking around a park with a grown man with money and a job and a career and a car and a house, some rent, some bills in his name, you stupid. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. I just want to get to know you. I want to see if you like me and we like each other. I want to walk around the park. Well, you know what? Call me when you're walking around the park. We can talk. I'm gonna be somewhere else. How's that park there? It's nice. All right. You walking around the park. I'm just not there with you. Yeah, I got on heels. Where am I? I'm sitting at a bar. This man sitting up here trying to buy me drinks. What you doing? How's the park? The night? Awesome. All right. Well, I'll see you later. Let me know how the walk went. Bye. Okay. Y'all, I gotta go. I'm getting ready to go. If y'all have any more questions, y'all better ask now before I click off. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to go. I got stuff to do. But if you are new, please subscribe. Thank y'all for clicking that like button. Oh, hold on. If someone ghosted you, then he came back again. He's rich. How should you act after he came back texting? Should I act me? And just get his money, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just get his money and ignore. He'll spend more money if he wants you to acknowledge him. All right. All right, y'all. I'm going to see y'all on the next one. How do you date and find provider man if you've been diagnosed with something. I can't hold on with something. Okay. Find a man that has the same issue and y'all be together. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. I don't know why y'all don't figure that out. It seems like that would be common sense. I thought you were gonna be done till 3. Oh, thank you. Okay. That was James. I got packages. Don't that seem like common sense? Like, okay, well, how do I tell you? Don't they have like dating sites for that somewhere? I don't know. Why y'all ask me? It seems like that's something y'all need to research and figure out for yourselves because it seems like it would be common sense. But thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hope you find what you're looking for or you figured out. Okay. You're young. Okay. You know, mm-hmm. Okay, definitely. I'll definitely look at the Patreon this evening. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Because I have other stuff I gotta go do real quick. You're a model. Should you tell men you date this? No, why would you tell them that? All right. I gotta see y'all on the next one.